So we have already seen about converting the regular expression to NFA, right? Hope you all remember that. So based on these three operations, right? That is union, concatenation and closure. So based on these three operations, okay, how we are going to convert the given regular expression into NFA with epsilon move. Okay, so whatever we have seen based on this is conversion of regular expression to NFA with epsilon move, and this acts as the basics. Okay, so for converting a regular expression to NFA, so this is the basic, that is whenever a union operation is given, okay, that is R plus S, then this is how we have to create our NFA. Okay, we have to construct our NFA. So that is RS. Okay, so here we are performing union operation, sorry, yeah, union operation, that is RS. Okay, so with epsilon move, this is how we should construct our NFA. And the next one is the concatenation operation. So whenever concatenation is given, then we have to construct NFA like this, that is R and S, right? So with epsilon move, this is for R concatenation of S. Okay, then coming to closure. Okay, so here we are having R closure, that is we have to construct NFA for R closure. So this is how we can create NFA for R closure. Okay, so here we are having R with epsilon moves, and this is for closure, right? For 0 or more than 0 moves. Okay, so 0 or more moves. So for that, this is how we have to construct the NFA. So this is the basic for creating or for converting a regular expression into NFA. Okay, so this is with epsilon, that is NFA with epsilon moves. Okay, so in the same way, now we are going to see how we can convert the regular expression to NFA, that is without epsilon. Okay, directly we can convert our regular expression into NFA without any epsilon move. So how we can do that? Now we'll see that. So now we'll see how to convert the given regular expression into NFA without epsilon move. Okay, so we'll see now. As like converting a regular expression to NFA with epsilon move, okay, here also we have certain fundamental things that we need to follow while conversion. Okay, so the first step is, for example, if the given input is A, okay, so if the given input is A, then how we can construct the NFA for this input A without epsilon, right? So we have a start state. Okay, so and there is a final state, right? And here is the transition taking place from this state to this state on the input A. Okay, so I'm just naming the state as 0 and the state as 1. Okay, so this is how we have to construct NFA without epsilon move for the given input symbol A. Okay, so for example, if the given input symbol is A, B, that is when we have concatenation here. Okay, so this is same like the previous one. Okay, just what we are going to do is, this is the initial state. Okay, so from this state to another state, a transition is occurring for the input. Okay, so from this state to this state, a transition is occurring on input symbol A, and from here to here we have input symbol B. Okay, so I'm just naming these states as 0, 1, 2. Okay, this is for concatenation, when concatenation is given. And the third basic operation we have is union operation, that is A plus B. Okay, so whenever we have A plus B, then how we can construct the NFA without epsilon is, so this is how we can construct NFA without epsilon move for the given input A or B. So here this is A and this is B. So this is for union. Okay, so let us take it as 0 and 1. right? So this is for union operation, that is A plus B. And the next basic operation is closure. So when it is given as A plus B closure, okay, for example, let us take it as A plus B closure. Okay, so when it is given like this, then how we can construct the NFA? So let this be the starting symbol. Okay, since we are having A plus B closure, okay, so this is how we have to construct the NFA for this A plus B closure. Okay, or for example, if it is not given as A plus B, simply it is given as A closure. Okay, when it is given as A closure, in the same way we have to construct the NFA. So let this be the starting symbol, and since we are having only A closure, okay, so we'll be having only one state, right? And this is how a transition takes place for the input A. Okay, and let the state be 0. Okay, when it is given as A closure, this is how we have to construct the NFA. And when it is A plus B closure, so here the input symbol can be A as well as B, right? So this is the fundamental thing that we have to keep in mind when we are constructing or converting a regular expression into NFA without epsilon, right? Now let us take one example. Okay, then we'll try to solve this example. That is how we can convert this regular expression, given regular expression, into NFA. Okay, so this is the given regular expression. For this expression, initially we'll be having two nodes. That is, one is starting state, sorry, two states. One is start state and the next one is final state. Okay, so from this state to this state, we are having a transition. Okay, so on the input symbol 1 0 plus 1 star closure, okay, 0, right? So let this be 0 and let this be 1. So this is initially we have done this. Okay, and the next step is we need to split all these things. Okay, so we need to find one concatenation of 0 plus 1 closure 0. Okay, this is the next step that we are going to do. So now we are going to split these two. So for that, again we'll be having one state. Okay, since here it is concatenation, okay, you can see here we are concatenating the value 1 with this pattern, right? So we need to perform concatenation. Okay, so for concatenation, what we can do is, right, and here it is 0, which is the starting state, and this state to this state is 1 and this is 2. So from this state to this state we have the input 1. Okay, and here we have input 0 plus 1 closure concatenation of 0. Okay, so for concatenation we have to construct NFA like this, right? Now after converting like this, now what we have to do is we have to again convert this NFA by splitting these two terms. Okay, so initially here you can see what we have 0 plus 1 closure, okay, which is similar to A plus B closure. Okay, which is similar to A plus B closure. So when A plus B closure is given, how you have to construct NFA? So this is how you have to construct NFA. So in the same way, here we have 0 plus 1 closure, right? So what we can do is, so here we have one state, okay, for the input symbol. Just I'm taking the same diagram. So this is state 0, this is state 1 and this is state 2, and here the input symbol is 1. Okay, here the input symbol is 1, and here what we are going to do is we're going to split these two. Okay, so since it is 0 plus 1 closure, so what happens here is, okay, so your transition will happen here, that is here it is 0 comma 1. Okay, so the transition is happening on 0 and 1, so 0 comma 1, right? And the next input we have is 0, so from 1 to 2 input symbol is 0. So this is your final NFA without epsilon move for this input, right? So now I'll take one more example and I will try to solve it. Now taking the second example, that is one concatenation of 0, union of 0, again union, 1 concatenation of 1, again concatenation of 0 closure, then concatenating with 1. Okay, this is the pattern, or this is a regular expression I have taken now. Now we need to convert this into NFA. Okay, so as usual what we are doing is we are taking two states. One is initial state, okay, and the next one is the final state. Okay, and from this initial state to final state we'll be having a transaction. Okay, so sorry, a transition. So here a transition is occurring for the input, this one, and let the state be 0 and let the state be 1. Okay, so after this what we have to do is we need to split these two. So we need to split these two patterns. Okay, so that is what we are going to do now. So since this is union operator, okay, so you can see plus here. So since it is a union operator, okay, so how your transition diagram will be, right? So since it is union, this is how your transition diagram will be, right? So this is state 0 and this is state 1. Okay, and here the input symbol is 1 0 and here it is 0 plus 1 1, 0 closure 1. Okay, now again what we have to do is we need to split this two, right? So here it is concatenation, so we are trying to split these two. So how we can split this? So let this be one state. Okay, since this is concatenation, okay, so in between we are getting one more state. Okay, so one transition is for input symbol 1. Okay, so here it is 0, this one transition is for input symbol 1 and the next transition is for input symbol 0. So let this be 2. Okay, so after that again we have one more thing, right? So actually this is happening here, right? So 0 plus 1 1, 0 closure 1. Okay, now after this we need to split these things, right? So first we'll try to split this one and this one. Okay, that is 0 plus 1 1 and 0 closure 1. Okay, we'll try to split this one. So when we are trying to split this, again you can see here a concatenation operation is there, right? For these two terms we have concatenation. So if concatenation is there, how this will get split? Okay, so here there is no change. Okay, but when coming here again what happens is this will get split into two ways, that is here in between we'll get one state. So let this be 0 1 2, this is the final state, so I'm naming it as 3. Okay, so here it is 1 and here it is 0, and what will be here? 0 plus 1 1. Okay, and here it will be 0 closure 1. Okay, so now what we can do is first I'll complete this closure. Okay, so we know what we have to do when we have closure, right? So 1, okay, the same thing will happen if we have closure. Okay, then the transition will occur like this. That is, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and here the input symbols are 1 and 0. Here it is 0 plus 1 1, and here, so we have 0 closure. So what happens is, here we have 0 closure, okay, for the input symbol 0, and here it is 1, right? Now we need to split these two. Okay, first we'll try to split 0 and 1 1. Okay, then later we'll try to split this 1 1. Okay, so when we are splitting these two, since it has plus operator, okay, that is union operator, okay, then how it will get split into 2, right? So starting node, intermediate node, and the final node. Okay, and again here we'll have the same intermediate node. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are going to split this 0 and 1 1. We have union operator here. If union operator is there, then what we have to do is, we have to split this like this. Okay, so this is 0 1 2 3. Here it is 1 0. Okay, here it is 1, and here it is 0. And now how it becomes? So 0 at one side and 1 1 on another side, right? So after splitting this, okay, after splitting this 0 and 1 1, now we have to split this 1 and 1, right? So since concatenation is used here, okay, we have concatenation operation. What you have to do is, we need to include one more state here in between 0 and 2. We should include one more state. Okay, so for this state, okay, from 0 to that state, the input symbol is 1. Again, from that state to the state 2, another input symbol is 1. Okay, so how it can be, how we can split this? So you can see here, from 0, so this is the final state, and here there is no change. Okay, so here there is no change, and here also the same 0 will be there. So while splitting this 1 and 1, okay, so we'll include one more node here. Okay, so this is how the transaction takes place on that node. And so this is the starting node, right? So this node is termed as 0. Here it is 1. Okay, we'll take this as 2, and we'll take this as 3, and let the final state be 4. Okay, so now the input symbols are 1 0. Okay, here it is 1, and the one more thing is, here we have a loop, right? So here it is 0, and here it is 0. Okay, so now this 1 1 will get split into 1 here and 1 here. Okay, so this is your final NFA, okay, generated from the given regular expression without epsilon moves, right?